Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Your weekend is not complete without the First Lady of New York Radio. It's the Joan Hamburg Show. Talk Radio 77 WABC.
New York City is full of wonders and surprises and all kinds of things you can do, even with cold weather, wet weather, snowy weather, doesn't matter. It's a great city, and it hides a lot of surprises under its surface. I want to introduce you to Ben Gollan, who's founder of A Man and His Sandwich. It's an interesting name. He does interesting things, and he's going to tell you about some of his adventures. So welcome to you, Ben. And the city is ever-changing, right?
That's right, John. Thank you very much for having me on board. It's great to speak to you today, and I loved the introduction about New York City. It is constantly full of surprises and interesting things to do, no matter how long you live here.
That's right. And what made you get involved in the city world and beneath the surface? It's must-see week. So a lot of people think, what's that?
So Must See Week is an awesome initiative from the city. It's a way for local New Yorkers to experience a few different attractions, performing arts, and walking tours like the ones we run that are a little bit under the radar. So my company, A Man and His Sandwich Tours, we run sandwich walking tours in the city. And the best way to think of them are bar crawls for sandwiches. We go to a lot of hidden local independent restaurants, eat different sandwiches, and as we eat, we get to enjoy a really fun debate about whether a hot dog is a sandwich, a burger is a sandwich, a burrito is a sandwich, and so on and so on. It gets lively, it gets controversial, but we have a lot of fun as we're eating warm sandwiches in this cold temperature.
Right. And by the way, is a hot dog a sandwich in your vocabulary?
Well, Joan, I can't give away all of the secrets of the tour right up front. You just have to join us to find out. But let me turn the tables on you. Do you think a hot dog's a sandwich?
Well, in my head, a hot dog has its own category. It stands alone.
And what separates it?
That what?
And what separates it into its own category? Because logistically, it's meat, cheeses, and vegetables in bread.
Yeah, which you would consider a sandwich. But it's always, I'm not going to have a hot dog sandwich. I'm going to have a hot dog. I very rarely hear people ask for it by its sandwich category.
That's true, although we stumble when we get to the burger. We don't call for a burger sandwich today,
no.
But when it was first invented in the 1800s, it was born as the Hamburg sandwich and was known as such for 50 years. So even names can muddy the waters around this debate.
Right. And are you a lover of sandwiches, burgers and hot dogs included?
Absolutely a lover. It's a big nostalgic food group for me. It takes me back to opening my lunchbox at school to see what Mum and Dad had packed that morning, or road trips we'd been on and eating sandwiches in the back of the car as we drove. And it's really special that I now get to pass that on to my own son, who's 3 years old, who one of my proudest parenting moments thus far was when I heard his first full sentence of his entire life, which was, "I want bagel." And my heart just exploded.
Well, I would be impressed too. I think that is terrific. And did your family provide a lot of sandwiches? Was that part of your growing up food?
Yeah, sandwiches are a huge part. Firstly, it's just an easy thing for parents to cook, put in a lunchbox. You can probably hear from my accent. Originally, I'm not from New York. I am from Australia. And back in Australia, we don't really have the same lunch provided by the school that we do here in America. So you always have to take your own lunch in every day, and a quick Devon and ketchup sandwich, a quick peanut butter sandwich, something like that was really easy for Mum to make. When we got into older years, there was a deal in my family between myself and my brother, and the rule was that one of us had to make the sandwiches for school and the other one had to iron the shirt for the school.
Oh.
And so I, of course, took sandwich duties and my brother took ironing the shirt.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Llegaron los nuevos McCrispy Strips, listos para aventurarse en la mezcla de mayo ketchup, la barbecue que quedó en el fondo de la cajita, hot fudge sundae y en la nueva creamy chili McCrispy Strip dip. Los nuevos McCrispy Strips, ahora en McDonald's. Para pa pa pa.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Get into your body's vitals with the Vitals app on Apple Watch.
I wanna get into my body and let my skin do the talking. I wanna feel like I'm myself again.
The Vitals app tracks key overnight metrics so you can spot changes in your health before you feel them. The Vitals app on Apple Watch. iPhone XS or later required. The Vitals app is for wellness purposes only and not for medical use.
I wanna get into my body.
That sounds really good. And what's your favorite sandwich?
It is always the toughest question to answer, Joan. My favorite category of sandwiches is most likely the Vietnamese banh mi sandwich with pork, with pate, with pickled vegetables, with crusty bread, with cilantro and its freshness. But my favorite singular sandwich that I eat more often than any others in the city at the moment is a ham panini from a tamale shop in the Lower East Side called Factory Tamal. They put ham together with mozzarella, caramelized onion, sweet pickled jalapenos, sun-dried tomato dressing on panini pressed bread. It's got sweet, it's got heat, it's got crunch, it's got softness. It's everything you want in a sandwich, particularly in these winter months. And the weather's quite brick.
Right. It sounds delicious. And at what stage in your coming of age as a certified foodie almost did all this start taking place?
Well, the funny thing is, I've been living in New York for 8 years now, but prior to that, back in Australia, I was actually a lawyer for the Australian government. And my career had nothing to do with food. Food was just a passion on the side. When I moved to America, I was unable to bring my Australian legal government job with me to America for obvious reasons. So I decided to start doing something a bit new. And I'd always loved sandwiches, and I'd always loved meeting new, interesting and cool people. And so sort of a light bulb moment went off in my head that I should pursue my love of food in New York City. And I believe New York City is the sandwich capital of the world. And so in 2017, I heard rumors that Airbnb was doing a tour arm of their business. And so I applied to be part of their launch in the city. I was successful in my application. And I just started running sandwich walking tours as a way to meet really interesting people once a week. Things started snowballing. They started getting popular. And so I added more days. And in 2019, made the decision to launch a full-time sandwich walking tour business. And all of a sudden, A Man and His Sandwich Tours was born.
That sounds amazing. And everyone you find likes sandwiches. Do they all have the same concept of, bread and stuff between it?
I mean, it's really, really interesting debate. No one realizes how opinionated they are about sandwiches until I start pressing them. For instance, do we even need bread for a sandwich? How many slices of bread do we need? Do the ingredients inside count? But the really fantastic thing about my tours is that because they are so specific, because they are so niche, people who book on sandwich tours are generally already sandwich fans.
Mm-hmm.
And so when a bunch of sandwich fans get together in the one room, the excitement is palpable. And the fact that we get to finish the tour with a drink at a local bar always helps with the fun and frivolity.
It sounds really good to me. And do you, if you have a day off, is it a sandwich day or no?
Great question. I might have a sickness, Joan. I love eating a sandwich every single day. I don't eat on my tours because that might be a little bit too much.
Right.
But I will eat a sandwich or a variation on a sandwich, like a bagel or a burger or a wrap, whatever, every single day of my life.
It's interesting. Do people who come with you feel bagels are sandwiches, or does that, like a hot dog, sometimes stay in its own category?
More often than not, the bagel gets a yes, because especially when in New York you're talking about a bacon, egg, and cheese in a bagel. Mm-hmm. Where people get tripped up a little bit is when we discuss what happens if there's only cream cheese in between the bagel, or when we discuss certain styles of bagel. For instance, Apollo bagels in the city are only selling theirs open-faced with sourdough bagels. In my opinion, they are very delicious. Everyone should go and try them. But that also causes some controversy as to whether or not they are bagels and whether or not they are sandwiches.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. But you're making us all hungry now. Do you ever get sick of it?
No, I've somehow created the best job of my entire life. This week I'm on vacation and I'm actually missing not walking around eating sandwiches with people. That's how much I love my job.
Oh, it sounds really good. And do you find it's easy to find sandwiches in many food stores in New York?
Absolutely. As I said before, I think New York is the sandwich capital of the world. You can get classic bodega sandwiches on any corner. You can go to dedicated sandwich or burger or burrito style shops. Even fancy restaurants in the past few years have started creating sandwiches on their menu because of the rising popularity of this once really simple dish. Because the thing with the sandwich is ubiquitous. There's not many people who haven't grown up eating a sandwich in their lives.
Right.
And so it's a real comfort food. It's a real easy food to get to. They can be deceptively easy, and in the background they are quite complicated and quite sophisticated. But I haven't met many people who don't like a sandwich.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Hey business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
Walmart Business is in the business of helping your business, regardless of whether you're building bridges, building spreadsheets, or building lesson plans. Ooh, that looks fun. Walmart Business can help save you time, money, and hassle so you can focus on what you're building instead of what your supply closet is missing. In short, we take care of business so you can do more with yours. We're the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family.
We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
I remember when I first moved to the city and I went through what was then the German neighborhood. Everything has changed. And I had on bread, really good bread, a bologna sandwich. And I remember thinking, I never had bologna like this before. Why is it so delicious? And,
I love a bologna sandwich.
Right? Delicious. And it sort of goes back to childhood, but it's irresistible.
It is, that's right. And when you take your minds back to childhood, you take your minds back to your youthful play and your youthful exuberance. And so that's what I see a lot of times happening on my tours. Adults becoming almost childlike, and they're having this fun and frivolity and thinking back to eating sandwiches with their family, and then along the way eating delicious modern versions of the dish. So it all works really well, and that's why when the New York Tourism and Convention Body asked me if I wanted to be part of the must-see week, that was an easy yes for me, to try to get as many New Yorkers as I can to experience our tours, but more importantly, the sandwiches from these local independent family businesses that we work with.
It sounds great. Now, Ben, tell me, to join your tours or get information, they go online. What's the best way to find you and all about what you do?
Yeah, the best way is either to jump onto our website, which is www.amanandhissandwich.com, or also to look on our Instagram account at A Man and His Sandwich, which is just pages and pages of delicious-looking sandwiches.
It sounds great. Happy eating to you. And
happy eating to you, and to all your listeners, go and check out Must See Week. You're getting 2-for-1 tickets between January 21 and February 9 to join some amazing tours, some great attractions, and some cultural aspects of New York City.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. All the best to you. We'll talk again. Take care. I'm Joan Hamburg, and you're listening to WABC, so don't go anywhere.